Hey guys, salam alaikum. All right, I'm so excited about today's video because I'm actually going to be hopping on a call with a sister who lives in the UK. Her name is Abla and she is a doula. So if you don't know what a doula is, she basically provides emotional support to parents who are either new parents, so postpartum, or during the pregnancy. So her services are super important for us as Muslims because what she does is she adds value for the parents as they are navigating the emotional, spiritual, physical changes up to birth, and then after birth, how to navigate the things that you go through, the emotions, the transitions, and stuff like this. So I really believe in her services. I think that what she does is super amazing. She's a really, really, mashallah, awesome sister. I really pray Allah blesses her and allows her to be a vehicle of help and benefit to the Ummah. Ameen. But we're going to hop on the call. We're going to explore what she does. And I'm really looking forward to talking to her and to going on this journey with you guys. So we'll be asking her questions, getting to know like what she does and how this kind of service as a doula really adds value. Like I said, I really think it's important for us as believers to work on ourselves from the inside out, emotionally, spiritually, and then physically, obviously. And that is beneficial for us as individuals and believers. It's beneficial for us as a member of a family. And then it's also essential for new parents who are having children because those are the people who are raising the future generations of Muslims. So I'm really excited to know more and let's get it. We're about to hop on this call. So bismillah. Good morning. Salam
Hi,
alaikum.
alaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to hearing more about your services and what you provide for our community.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Alhamdulillah.
Absolutely. So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and who you are?
Sure. My name is Abla, but I go for the Shems Doula. I am a Moroccan. I live in London. I'm a mom of two under two. And my kids have a 11 months gap only. So
Alhamdulillah.
I've been busy and I'm still busy. I am a Muslim, Alhamdulillah.
Inshallah.
And yeah, I when I had my first baby, I faced postpartum depression, and I want to say that I was saved because there's no other word, but I was saved and supported by a doula. And hence why today I want to do the same, Alhamdulillah, and try to serve the community in that sense, serving mothers and supporting them into their postpartum journey.
Okay. And can you tell me what a doula is?
Sure. A doula is a woman who supports other women during their pregnancy, birth, labor, and postpartum, be it physically or emotionally. It's not a midwife,
Okay.
so I'm not medically trained. However, I'm here to support moms with knowledge, information, preparation, and of course, a safe space for them to talk.
Okay. And is that something that women normally have when they go through the pregnancy or the birthing process?
I'd say more and more, yes.
Okay.
A lot of women, culturally, we didn't need doulas because we had our moms, our sisters, grandmothers, etc., taking care of us during that time.
Okay.
But now I want to say, probably due to globalization and the fact that sometimes our family live abroad, a lot of women now have doulas to support them during their journey.
Yeah. I don't have kids myself, but I can imagine that that's a huge that it's a very complicated process to go through emotionally, physically, yeah, to have the relationship, the spiritual side of it. And I think that that's really awesome. You provide that support. I feel like mental health is something that we need to focus on in our communities because a lot of times there is stigma behind getting help, being crazy or being weak. So I think that that's really awesome and very needed.
Jazakallah khairan.
So can you tell me a little bit about that process? Like, how do you know if you're a good match, or how do you get paired up with women, and how you kind of like get that started?
Sure. So I try to share as much as possible on social media, on videos. And the reason why I want to do that is so that women can vet my process, can also see what I advocate for, why I want to do what I'm doing, etc. Then usually I get people contacting me for a call. So we do some sort of an interview, and I want to say it's as much for me as it is for them because if I want to support a woman during this process, I want to make sure that I can as we say, love that person. It seems like a strong word, but it is completely true. With
Yeah.
time, you will grow to love that person because you will be with that woman for such a specific and important and life-changing sorts of events. So you want to make sure that you're a good fit for her and that this person is also a good fit for you.
Okay.
So like sometimes to meet the partner, just to see, the setting of the family and if I can be with the brother as well in terms of discussion about the physical and mental health of his wife. But more often than not, I just have a call with the woman, and that's just as good, alhamdulillah.
Okay, mashallah. And is it mostly during pregnancy, or is it mostly for postpartum, or is it for both?
So doulas can do everything
Okay.
from the pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. But some of us, just like me, specialize in one specific part that they really like. I enjoy postpartum much more
Okay.
because I believe this is the part that is the most neglected as well.
Okay.
During pregnancy and also birth, you have your midwife, your medical team. You also have your family, friends. They're so excited about you being a pregnant woman. So they will just cook all healthy food, make sure that you have a seat on the bus or public transport. Everyone is so keen on serving pregnant women. But as soon as the baby is out, it's all about the baby, as it should be, of course, because he's a or she is a teeny tiny human on this planet, and we just want to make sure that they are okay and thriving and all of that. But in order to make sure that the baby survive, I always say that the mom needs to survive first and foremost,
Absolutely.
because a mom who is nurtured and cared for will be so caring and nurturing for the baby. And
Yeah.
we don't need anyone to take care of the baby except the mom,
Yeah.
because no one will take care of the baby as good as the mom does.
Yes.
So just make sure as a community, as an ummah, as a human being in general, to make sure that moms are cared for.
Absolutely. That's so great. And I think it's so essential that we have strong mothers and we have healthy mothers, because they are the ones who are raising and teaching the children. And they're the
Exactly.
ones who are there supporting their children as they grow and become adults. We all call our moms first, usually, you know.
Exactly.
And so I think that's really awesome. And I think that's really special that you can connect with them and that you can be with them along the process, because I think that that's probably really, really important. And I think that, I mean, is it true? Do you think that, maybe, like the stigma of mental health or somebody who is postpartum, maybe they don't want to feel weak and maybe they don't want to tell their family, hey, I'm feeling like this, or I'm feeling sad, or I'm having a hard time.
Yes,
You find
definitely.
that?
Specifically when it comes to postpartum depression, I don't want to be talking about regular depression, but when it comes to postpartum anxiety, depression, or psychosis, what often happens is, you've prepared for this event for 10 months, 9 to 10 months, then the baby's finally here. And on social media, in movies, it shows like love's at first sight, maternal instinct. And then for a lot of us, it doesn't happen this way.
Yeah.
I didn't fall in love with my baby from the second I saw her.
Yeah.
It took me a good like maybe 2 days, 3 days to get into the habit of having someone else
Yeah.
with me. Because when she was inside in my belly, I could have that special connection with her. But then I didn't know how to have this special connection when she was out and, just basically here, physically
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So there's a stigma because society pushes you to say that, being a mother is amazing and I'm so grateful, etc. Of course, we are grateful. I was grateful during the postpartum depression of having a baby, but the paradox is, as grateful and in love I was with my daughter, I was also very hopeless, very sad. I
Yeah.
just didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be her mom. There was a lot of paranoia as well. I was quite sure that, any other woman could have been a better mom than me. A lot of I don't want to say self-harm as in physically, but a lot of self-harm mentally, that I would just talk very down to myself, as in, you're a bad mom, you're doing it all wrong, that's not how you're supposed to do it, every single day. And it was very affecting me. So the reason why I didn't want to tell my husband at first is because I was just scared that he would take the baby away, or that like I said, there's a lot of paranoia, or
Yeah.
that he got a doctor, and then the doctor would take the baby away.
Well, and
Or
the shame, feeling like I can imagine the shame behind being a mom and having a baby and saying, Allah has given me all of this. I'm so grateful, but why am I not feeling so excited? And I can imagine it's really hard to have a newborn because one of my family members, when she had the baby and, brand new situation, she was just like, can you understand tonight? She was like crying and saying, it's so hard to have something screaming and yelling and pooping and this and that, and so I remember
then
staying.
we don't realize that until we actually have a baby.
Yeah,
As much as people try to prepare us, but it's really, I can't explain how hard it is until you live it, because it's having someone who needs you for every single thing that they want to do,
yeah, so
even sleeping, they need you.
yeah,
So you're on call 24/7. And it is hard to care for a baby.
mhm,
But I want to say it's even harder if the mom is not taken care of. If
yeah,
she has a village behind her, if she has the proper support, it doesn't make it easy, but definitely makes it much, much easier.
yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I think that that's so special, and I think that's really important, and I think that's really special. You get to be a part of that process.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. Now, can you tell me about, do you offer this in person at all, or is it all online, video chat, and how that process looks?
Yeah, so at the moment, I'm doing everything online, simply because I have to care for my own children as well, who are both under 2 years old. So I just want to make sure that I still work from home. And in the meantime, the beauty of having it online, maybe one of the only, if I'm, if I want to say, advantage of the pandemic is that we learn how to communicate with people from across the world,
Yes.
and the Muslim Ummah is everywhere. Alhamdulillah, literally everywhere. So I just want to make sure that I reach as many Muslim women as possible, and make sure that I can support them. Um, I know that traditional doulas as well might do some physical care, as in come to your house, help you with the laundry, help you with light house chores, some massages and stuff. So if this is something that women feel more appropriate, I always, always encourage my clients to go for that option as well.
Yeah.
Um, because having also the physical part is very nice.
Yeah.
But when it comes to having the safe space to speak about their doubts, their fears, they have questions as well, or things that you're too ashamed to even tell yourself,
Yeah.
let alone your husband, let alone your baby, let alone your mom, then you have me. And
Yeah.
I'm just here to listen and also guide you, support you, and help you navigate through those very weird, I want to say weird, but very bad feelings. Yeah.
Yeah. I can totally relate, especially being a revert to Islam. It's like, just to be able to connect with somebody who understands, even if they're across the world, there's so much power in connectivity. And so a lot
Yes.
of what I do is I know that there's, girls out there that come to the religion, they don't know it, they don't have the family support, their family may be against it, they don't have community. And it's like, I just think it's so special to be able to connect. And even though it is online or it is over email or it is from afar, just knowing that there's one person out there who says, I understand, it's okay. It's so empowering and it's so special.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. I think having, for me, you pointed out exactly, like very perfectly, because for me, when I heard from my doula that other women are facing that, and I completely understand where you're coming from, and I know what you're feeling,
Mhm.
made me feel suddenly very, very good.
Yeah.
She described it to me, and I think it's an interesting fact. She said, "When I met you, you were so tensed, and as soon as I told you that other women were facing that, you had the biggest smile on your face, and your shoulders came down, as in, okay, Alhamdulillah, I'm
Isn't
not."
that crazy? Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, I'm not the only one feeling that. That means that there is a solution to it. That means that I will find support within other women. So, just for new moms out there, thinking that they are the only one feeling that, and they must be a very bad mom, and maybe they're ungrateful to Allah, etc. Um, I just want to say that you're not. And the thing that I've heard the most is, you're only feeling that because you're in your nifas and you're postpartum bleeding and you're not praying. But as soon as you'll be able to pray again, inshallah, all of those feelings are going to go.
Mhm.
Again, linking mental health to a lack of iman or a lack of salah is quite wrong, because there was a hormonal disbalance in my body. There was a chemical thing happening, really.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously with salah and dua we can try and heal,
Yeah.
But support is also very important. Allah asks us to tie our camels, not just sit, make dua, and hope that everything will go away. We
Yeah.
make the dua first and foremost.
Hmm.
Second, we tie the camel. And
Yeah.
to tie the camel for a mom in postpartum is seeking help,
Yeah.
getting the right support, be it through a doula, but also through your own village, your parents, your in-laws, your husband. All of those people are here for you.
Yeah. SubhanAllah. And I think that dua and salah are awesome tools to navigate difficulty. But, I know firsthand, it doesn't necessarily make it better. It doesn't necessarily make the feelings go away. And having sabr and getting through those things will definitely help you. So I think it's really wonderful that you can do that. And I pray that Allah allows you to connect with tons of women and to be the ease in their transitions and to empower them and help them, because that's so special and that's so important. And I think that the Ummah really has a lot of issues, and we really need to work together to help and heal each other and support each other and uplift each other.
I
Inshallah.
really like that. I really like that.
I
Thank you
mean,
so
no.
much.
Okay, so how can, if somebody's interested in your services, what's the best way to get in touch with you, and how does the intake process work?
Sure, they can just come to my Instagram page or to my website, and then they will find a button to just book a call.
Okay.
Just book a call together. We'll talk for 30 minutes. If at the end of this you're convinced that I'm the right fit for you, then inshallah we can start moving forward. I also often advise people to contact me when they are pregnant, so that I don't take too many clients at the same time. I like to make sure that I'm exclusive in a way to my clients. So just to give them the right support, because on top of the 1 hour sessions that we get weekly, they also have access to me 24/7 through WhatsApp, text messages, if they have a question. So I just want to be available for them, but wholeheartedly. So obviously I need to limit the number of people.
Yes.
So I get a lot of people contacting me during their pregnancy. I help them prepare their birth plan, their postpartum plan, and then once the baby is here, we work together again. We meet again just so that I can then listen to what they're feeling, guide them a little bit, coach them into what they can do to feel better. And if I feel like it is a case of depression or serious psychosis, I'm able to then signpost them to the service that can do it, because I'm not a therapist and I would never act as a therapist.
Okay.
That would be very dangerous for the client, and in fact, very it's haram, because
Yeah.
that would be a lie.
Yeah.
That would be a lie.
Absolutely.
So I just don't want to deceive people into thinking that I'm a therapist, but I'm not.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think my biggest question is, at what point in the pregnancy is it good to start seeking out services like this? Is it really early on or closer towards the end, or is it just when you start having like a feeling that I think I need somebody to talk to? And how long postpartum is it good to continue these services?
Um, I'd say the earlier the better in terms of the pregnancy, because doulas can help you navigate through your pregnancy literally from trimester number one. So helping you with how you're feeling physically, mentally as well, because there's already a mood change and mood swings happening from the first months. So I'd say the earlier the better. As well as trying to help you prepare and focus on the right things, because as a first-time mom, you might want to focus so much on the nursery and what am I going to get in terms of clothes and what
Gender
brand for
reveal party.
yeah gender reveal party and baby shower, which is all nice, by the way. I'm not saying not to do it, but as well as all those things,
Yeah.
you might need a doula to guide you into thinking what are the important steps to take during your postpartum. Have
Okay.
you frozen food, for example? Have you prepared for someone who will help you with laundry? Who is within your neighborhood that can just help with coming, do the cooking for a little bit or the cleaning for a little bit? Or can you actually pay for an extra service to do that for you? All those questions, the doula helps you navigate that and set up all of this. So I would say the earlier the better. And postpartum, I work with women from 0 to 2 years postpartum, but I say that the critical moment is definitely from the moment the baby is born up until 3 months. The first 3 months are critical. So I usually do packages of 8 sessions. So that's around 8 weeks. But sometimes some of my clients ask to add 1 or 2 sessions, but a bit later on down the road,
Okay.
maybe a month later or so on. So I just make sure that it's all customizable depending on their needs, depending on how they feel.
Yeah, so if somebody just wants a little support and then they start feeling really awesome, they just continue
Yeah,
and we can contact you, when as needed.
exactly.
Okay. That's really wonderful. I just think that's so great.
Thank
You
you so
know, it's
much.
really awesome. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to share? Is there anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, probably just one last thing that, preparing for the arrival of your future child goes beyond buying, the best prom and decorating the nursery, like I was saying. All of this has to be done, and it is beautiful. And I remember I was very excited about that. So I would never want to take that away from any other mom.
Mhm.
But on top of it, there is a real focus that should be done on preparing yourself and your own postpartum, be it physical postpartum care like massages or anything that you might think of, but also mental support during these challenging times. Your husband might be a huge, a vital actor into um, this postpartum period. But on top of it, I would probably say having some professional help um, will could be like a game changer in terms of um, enhancing and improving your experience. And as a doula, I know it might sound weird to say, but I want to say having a doula is not mandatory, it's not necessary, as in, if you don't have it, you're going to have a bad experience. Absolutely not. If you're watching this video and thinking, oh my God, I didn't book my doula, I don't have the money to book a doula. First of all, there are doulas for everyone, for all budgets, for all profiles that you might have. So worry not about that. But even if you don't want to have a doula, just bear in mind always to prepare for your own postpartum and putting yourself first so that you can care for baby as much as you can.
Absolutely, inshallah. And I think that that's, like I said, I think that that's really important and for people to even consider that,
Yes,
and I think that what I'm hearing is that to be proactive
yeah,
and to be, how do I want to say, like take preventative measures to have plans and systems in place. So if it starts happening, you can go, oh, okay, I know what I need to do. I know who to
exactly.
reach out to. And I think that that makes it easier. It's why we do emergency preparation for fire alarms. When we see the fire, we know what to do.
Exactly. I think it should be similar. We plan for all major big events of our lives, be it our wedding, university graduation, all of that. So I don't think that the birth and the postpartum should be any less than that. It should be the
Absolutely.
same level, if not more, of preparation.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to share all of this. And like I said, I just really pray you make a difference in so many women's lives and the
Thank
babies'
you.
lives. What a mercy and what a blessing for you.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair.
Yeah.
Barakallah.
Well, it was wonderful chatting with you today. And I will have all of the information in the caption so that they can reach out to you, reach you out on Instagram. And can you share your Instagram for anybody who may want to hear it?
Sure. It would be the Shems Doula,
Okay.
and that's my Instagram, and then my website is just the same. So inshallah, in the caption, I'll share everything with you so they
Okay.
can reach out.
Okay, and we are going to be doing a special giveaway. So make sure you go back over to the Instagram if you've made it to the end of this video. Thank you for tuning in. Go over to my Instagram. Make sure to enter to win the giveaway, inshallah.
Inshallah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. And I look forward to announcing the giveaway and, partnering to help the communities.
Likewise.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I'll talk to you soon.
So inshallah. Assalamu
Okay.
alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.